Hey everybody, it's Eric with Low VA Rates, and today we're going to talk about lead vendors, lead aggregators. You know, we have people asking us all the time, how'd you get my information? So I want to get into that today, but it's Friday. I hope you're wearing red. We just shipped out some t-shirts and some cool red Friday hats just the other day to somebody. Keep in mind, we wear red on Fridays. We wear red every Friday here at Low VA Rates because we love our veterans. This is just an outward expression of how we feel internally. We're patriotic, we're proud, we love our veterans. So if you do, please wear red with us every Friday. Now, if you've ever been contacted by a mortgage company, whether it was about buying a new home or refinancing your current one, you probably started wondering, how did they get a hold of me? Or let's take it even another way. Maybe you've reached out to a mortgage company in the past just to ask a question or inquire about a refi or purchase, and then you decided to put it on hold. And then all these other people started calling you. So one way or another, you've probably questioned what in the world happened or caused all of these lenders to start reaching out to me. We're going to dive into that today. We're going to figure out why that matters and what you can do to deal with that situation if it happens. So let's talk about first what lead aggregators are. Simply put, lead aggregators are companies that specialize in finding potential clients for other businesses. In this particular situation, the particular business would be a mortgage company like Low VA Rates or many of our competitors. And these potential clients, before they become clients and apply for a loan, are generally referred to as leads, okay? In every business out there, whether you're a car dealership or a mortgage company or a fast food business, you want leads to then become clients. So a lead aggregator, what they do is they go out and they identify a certain segment of the population, and then they sell that information to a certain company. Companies will often purchase these leads as part of their marketing strategy. Now, it's effective because the leads are found sometimes by using publicly available information, okay, or from something that would show the client has showed some sort of interest in that company's service. Now, let's bring it all the way back to the mortgage world because that's why you're watching. Lead aggregators in the mortgage industry are selling information to lenders like Low VA Rates or others about potential borrowers who are in the market or might soon be in the market for a mortgage. Now, how can a lead aggregator actually help you? You might say, are they helpful? The reason a lead aggregator could be considered helpful or a great opportunity for you is once you're out there looking for business, the more mortgage companies like Low VA Rates that receive your information in the form of a lead, the more people you have competing and fighting for your business. And all of those calls that start coming in, all of those mail pieces that start coming in, it makes it easier for you to shop around. And we teach that every single time we get on the videos here. I shouldn't say every time, but many times. Our whole point is educate, educate, educate. The more I can share with you, the more likely you are to be prepared to shop around. So this is just increasing the likelihood that you're not gonna have to go out and find these lenders for you. They're gonna come knocking on your door. You're not gonna have to do all of the legwork. So to get the most out of these calls or these emails or however it is that they're reaching out to you, get these lenders against each other. Pit them against each other. Get that tug of war going like we always suggest you can do. You're going to get a better rate and less closing costs that way. While these lead aggregators can be helpful, you might also find all of these calls and mailers somewhat annoying. So what can you do if you're just tired of being bombarded with calls or mailers? Number one, to prevent your info from getting into the hands of lead aggregators in the first place, here are some things you can do. Number one, learn to recognize the difference between a lead aggregator site and an actual lender's site. Okay? We know this is good, that sounds similar. There's a lead site and there's a lender site, but it's really not that hard to determine the difference between the two. For starters, on a lender's website, the contact form or the submission form that you see, you're going to be able to tell that you're on a specific lender's site. Okay, simply by the name of the site you're on, or if you scroll down to the bottom, it'll have their licensing information. If you're on a lead aggregator site, someone who doesn't necessarily provide mortgages, they're going to have to disclose on there before you hit submit with all of your personal information that they have the right to sell your information to someone else. Now, even on lender sites, you may see that from time to time, but trust me, if you just pull back the covers a little bit, you will notice the difference between a bank rate or Zillow type website where they're going to shoot your information out to tons of people, or if you come to low VA rates and you submit your information to us, we're not going to share that information with anybody because we know you came to us and you want to work with us, okay? Now, let's say if the lead aggregator has already gathered all your information anyhow and started selling it off to lenders like low VA rates or somebody else, then what do you do? How do you handle that? Well, basically, anytime you receive a call from a lender, you can ask them to be removed from their marketing list. You got to be specific. Either remove me from your mailing list, remove me from your email list, remove me from your call list. It's not enough just to say, hey, remove me from your marketing lists. Phone calls, emails, and direct mail all have different oversight and they have different regulations. So just be specific. But be aware that in order to do that, they're going to need some information from you. For example, if you call up low VA rates, you're tired of getting our mailers, at least for now, because you know that we can't help you, and you just shoot off an email and say, hey, remove me from the mailers, here's my name. We can't, because guess what? You might think you're the only Jane Doe in the country, and let's say you have a much more unique name. It's impossible for us to remove you simply by your name. And then we have veterans tell us all the time, well, you guys mailed me, you should know what my address is. I promise you, we do not want to waste the 50-cent stamp and the 5 cents on the envelope and the piece of paper mailing to somebody that doesn't want to receive our mail. We really don't. We don't want to be a nuisance. So when we ask you to please tell us your exact name and address as it appears on your envelope, we're doing that so that we can take every precautionary step possible to remove you from our direct mail marketing. Okay? Now, is there any way to stop all the calls and all the mailers at one time? That is difficult to figure out. It's difficult to do. It would require you to go find the root source of where these mortgage companies are getting your information. There are some opportunities, however, where you could call. I'm going to give you a number that you can call and a website that you can call real quick. And this is not fail-proof. It's not guaranteed, but there is optoutprescreen.com. Okay, so you go to www.optoutprescreen.com. Now, here's the deal. Not enough time in this video. If you are a pre-screened client, then you can opt out through there. If you're somebody who you're only being mailed to or marketed to because your information came up on public records, this is not going to help you. This is people that have been pre-screened for certain guaranteed offers. That works to opt out. It will not work for public record offers. If you don't like to go online, you can call this same place toll free. It's 888-567. The last four numbers are 8688. Same thing. So that's one option. You could also put your number on the National Do Not Call Registry, and you can do that by going to donotcall.com. That's the easiest. www.donotcall.com. Again, that will stop phone calls from coming in most cases. Even if you're on the federal Do Not Call list, but then you go to an aggregator's website or a lender's website and you give their number and they disclose, even if you're on the National Do Not Call Registry, by submitting your number here, you're giving us permission to contact you. So where's this going? And why am I telling you guys all this? Because we get asked all the time, how do I stop receiving mail? How do I stop receiving phone calls? I want to educate you on it, but I also want you to have the right expectations. It is very difficult to keep you from receiving mailers or phone calls, especially if you're out on the internet or you're on social media and you're submitting your information. If you do that, be ready to be marketed to. Here's the easiest way. Don't work with anybody but low VA rates. Just call us. Don't call anybody else. Don't submit your information to any other website. Just work with us. But you guys know I say that kind of to be funny, kind of to be serious. You got to shop around. You got to know what's out there for you. We hope you end up choosing us when it's all said and done. We'll see you next Friday, hopefully wearing red. This is Eric signing off for this week.